So I'm going to make an impromptu video to the point where I'm not even going to stop doing what I was doing before the video. It is 5:25 in the morning. I am getting ready for work. I just got done with a 3-mile jog run. The reason I even bring that up is because I slept for 5 hours, a little over 5 hours last night, and I did not feel like exercising at all. I wanted to immediately hit the snooze button, jump back into my bed, and call it a day, exercise-wise. But I chose not to. So I got up, happy about that, and I told myself last night that I was going to wake up and run 3 miles at a relatively, on a scale of 1 to 10, at like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 intensity, which is relatively hard. So I went out and I almost set a PR. A PR, if you don't know, is personal record. And, I'm not saying all this to gloat. I hope you don't think that, I hope I don't come off like that. But the reason why I bring all that up is I'm not so much proud of the personal record that I almost set today in running those 3 miles. What I am proud of is the 20 excuses that came to my head as to why I should stop running during those 3 miles, or why I shouldn't maybe run as hard, or you only slept 5 hours last night. For those of you who know how I like to work out, I'm like wearing sweatpants, long sleeve thermal, hoodie, hood up. I probably look like a thug while I'm working out. And it's not like it's cold here. So I'm like practically dying and trying to make all these excuses in my head subconsciously as to why I shouldn't exercise as hard as I was exercising, or maybe you should take it easy. Maybe you should just slow down. Maybe once I was getting to that 1 minute mark or that 1 mile mark, thoughts started coming in my head, because the goal initially was 3 miles, same pace all the way throughout. As soon as I was getting to that 1 mile mark, I'm thinking in my head, one of the excuses, maybe you should just do 1 mile, take a minute or two active rest walk, and then do that for the 3 miles. So that way it's like 3 intervals of 1 mile, jogs or runs or whatever. So I battled through literally like 20 different excuses that came to my head. And what I am proud of is the fact that I didn't act on those excuses that came to my head. It's one thing to subconsciously have thoughts come to your head. You can't control that. You can't control what those thoughts are to a degree. But what you can control is if you choose to act on those thoughts that come to your head. And the difference between people that succeed and people that don't are the people that succeed, they find reasons to not act on those excuses and to stick with the initial reason why they said that they were going to do XYZ, and they do it. And it doesn't matter what comes to their head, we'll always find an excuse. There will always be a good enough reason to not work as hard as you're working, or to stop doing what you're doing. There will always be one of those excuses that come to your head that could be very, very factual and relevant, or it could just be an excuse that is going to limit your potential, and you can't do that to yourself. So for me at least, I told myself, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna run 3 miles. It's gonna be between like 85-90% of like my maximum effort, I guess, for those 3 miles straight, and that's what it is. I programmed that in my exercise regimen, and I told myself that at some point in time for a reason. Why would I let thoughts, while I'm physically going through it, stop what I already pre-planned. It doesn't make sense. So I'm not going to continue to carry on, but I did want to share all of that because I think it's powerful. We will literally, and it's not just because those excuses are popping in your head. That doesn't make me weak. What will make me weak is if I chose to act on those excuses that came to my head and actually stopped exercising. That's what would make me weak. I am not weak, and I am very proud of myself for every single one of those 20 different excuses that came to my head that I battled individually and I conquered. That's what I'm proud of. I'm not so much proud of the time that I ran, which I did run a pretty good time. Just a little bit over a 7 minute and 15-second pace. So, it's not blazing fast or anything like that, but I've never used to be a runner. I used to hate running, actually. I used to my cardio was jumping from one exercise set to another exercise set, like weight-wise. That was my cardio. Never used to do cardio because I hated it. But you got to work on your weakest links because you're only as strong as your weakest links. Today, I started off the day right. Proud of myself, more mentally than physically. So I hope this message resonates with you and you think about it the next time you're doing something that is difficult and you want to quit. Just remember, you told yourself that you are going to do that for a reason. Capitalize, finish, execute, and let me know if you thought of this while you were going through that. And I hope everybody has a great day.